Michael Crank tells us about creativity and agility, two things that make or break the world of hospitality.
And live from London, we talk about men's health and moustaches with Johnny Owens from Movember.
And if magician David Parr fools you, don't be surprised because he fooled Penn and Teller. Hello!
Hurrah!
We're here.
This is Keith Field.
And this is Lady Sarah.
And thank you for joining us for
a cup of tea. Yes.
It's been a busy week, hasn't it, darling?
It has been a very busy week. And not only did we do a huge fundraiser for the Humane Society of Macomb.
Yes, we did 2 magic VIP shows, followed by a Facebook live telethon. It was very exciting.
The whole event was really exciting, raised over 20 grand. So a huge well done to all the many, many people who were involved in making that happen. It was fabulous.
Amazing. And then we did a virtual trade show.
We did. You know, when you go to a trade show, you have all these booths and you go and visit different people. We had a virtual booth and people came and visited us.
Well, we were visiting them in their kitchen as well.
Yeah, it was kind of really weird. One lady was eating her cornflakes while she was talking to us. It's very strange, but things are changing so fast, it's kind of hard to keep up, but we do our best.
And for those of you who don't know, we're going into lockdown here in Michigan on Wednesday. I know that in the UK, London, they're coming out of I'm sorry, I'm looking at John Boy there. Hello, John Boy. You're coming out of lockdown. My mother in Wales is out of lockdown.
There's so much happening, and we really wanted to arrange a trip back. But obviously, international travel has been a very difficult thing to do at the moment. Going home meant we would have had to have quarantined for 14 days, so the whole vacation would have been spent in a hotel room. But things are changing.
Big shout out for British Airways and Virgin because they are looking at in-flight testing. Yes, so we don't have to quarantine. So we can be tested on the flight, go straight home to mommy.
So, Mother, if you're watching, hopefully we'll be home and visiting you very, very soon.
Yippee!
In other news, Magic, the future leader dog, has been learning some new skills. One of the things we have to teach Magic is agility, because apparently a dog's back legs just follow him along and he doesn't really know they're there, which is why we have this device. Let's show you how it works. You ready? Magic, come. Good boy. Come on, round here. Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Okay, here we go. Magic. Stand. Good boy. Walk on. Walk on. Good boy. Walk on. Good boy. Yeah. Sit. Yes. One more time. Magic. Stand. Come on, you can do it. Stand and walk on. Good boy. Walk on. Good boy. And sit. Down. Yes. 7 months and he's doing really well. Yes, you're a good boy, aren't you?
He's so gorgeous.
You will notice how when you say come, he sort of stands up and he looks around and he goes, well, I might eventually get there, and he slowly wanders over. He's not known to rush, is he? He's a bit like me.
So well on your agility. So well.
Yes, I can get over the rungs of that ladder really easily.
Anyway, Thanksgiving and Christmas are coming, and we wanted to start talking about the ideas for families or office events, and who better to talk to than our dear friend Michael Crank at the Royal Park Hotel in Rochester.
Yes, but now, of course, we have a new and a necessary lockdown, which has scuppered plans left, right and centre. I mean, as a family, we can rearrange things, can't we?
Yes.
But how does a business cope with all this? We're going to find out.
But let's find out, looking at a picture of this fellow. Look at him. How cute is he there? Look at that with that football, which we'd call a rugby ball, but we won't talk about that.
We won't go into that just now. We always love having him on the show. He's been on before. So please welcome back Michael Crank.
Yay!
Michael, how are you doing, my friend?
I mean, I've missed you guys. I'm back. I'm with you, so I'm feeling good. As good as I can be, I guess. We'll say.
And I notice you're joining the facial hair thing as well. As it's becoming a trend. We're going to be talking a bit about that later. But looking good, very, very trim, very good looking.
Very trim. Where are you, Michael? Where are you?
We're sitting here in the ambassador room at the Royal Park Hotel, just enjoying the last day of freedom.
Goodness me. And I know you've been planning loads of things because we actually wanted to get you on the show to talk about things that folk could do for the Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden the plug has been pulled on so much of that. But I think we'll talk about that in a couple of moments' time, because the first thing we want to set up is our game, Say Something in British. And so I've got the cards here. I'm going to run down the cards. Just shout stop anytime you want to.
Stop.
Okay, we'll go for this one. And what we've got we've got a nice little saying for you.
A little phrase.
A little phrase. Today's saying, this should be fun. Today's saying is on the pull.
I'll tell you what.
On the pull. So there we go. On the pull. That's the phrase. Have you any idea what that would mean?
You know, I mean, where my mind goes is not appropriate, and I'm not proud of that. I'm 35. It's time to mature. I just turned 35, but I'm just gonna say on the old toilets.
Oh, on the toilet.
Okay, on the pull, because you pulled the chain.
On the loo. Yes.
Dropping a number 2.
Oh, wow.
that was more information than we needed.
Sorry.
I think that's a very good guess, actually.
It's very good,
but
wrong.
Next time.
But we like it. We like it. That was good.
Yeah, he tried. He did.
That's what it's all about.
So another 3 weeks closure. And
yeah, we have to do this to protect our frontline workers. So it is an inevitability that we have to deal with, isn't it?
Yeah. So how are you coping at the hotel and restaurants?
I mean, it hurts, but we respect it as well. I mean, it's all about the frontline workers. But we're sort of playing a game with one arm tied behind our back. So, I mean, right now, Park 600 is going to go to carry out, just like everyone else. We are going to have a little bit of outside dining, not a ton. And we're just going to come up with a little catering idea. If you want to have an event at home in your safe space, we'll cater it to your house. You pick it up, go serve it, have a good time. And
nice.
What you do behind your doors is up to you. And cheers to that.
That's important that we can keep dining at home, and your food is so much fun. We do enjoy it. But you had a whole load of snow globes and things like that, which was part of the plan. I don't know if folks have seen these things. We should have a picture, shouldn't we? Really? Those are the big. How do you describe
igloos,
them?
Aren't they?
Basically like an igloo, but we're trendy, we're cool, we're the Royal Park Hotel, so we call them snow globes. We're more of a bubble, I mean, what's safer than a bubble, right? Come on.
Yes,
I'll tell you what you should do if it ever opens up. You want to get one of those confetti blowers that you can get, and actually put that in the igloo and switch it on. So when you go in, you get confetti going all over the place. It'll be like being in a snow globe.
Hey, if we can open them, I'll spray confetti over everyone.
Okay, so there is another rumor there though about Buddy the Elf.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what, we are going to unveil it in a few days, I think Friday. So we came up with these 2 cool suites. They're both themed out for the Salvation Army. And this one we got Buddy the Elf suite. It's going to be on the news on Sunday. We totally decked out this room and everything Buddy the Elf. I mean, we got the Norwal. We got all his cool phrases. I'm trying to think, if I haven't seen Elf in a while, but if you know a cool phrase, throw it at me. So it's be a great way to sort of change it up, have some joy, right, guys? Come on. We can't let joy be taken from us, right?
We certainly can't. We certainly
can't.
can't.
The one thing we need more than anything else is to actually learn to smile again. In fact, at the beginning of the show, I always tell folks that smile all the way through the show. It's amazing how much just smiling changes the way we feel. It's a really good lesson that we all need to remind ourselves of.
So you've been really creative. I mean, how do you come up with these ideas?
Honestly, I mean, we sort of go with the logic that no idea is a dumb idea anymore. We just throw spaghetti at walls, and it might be I'll be honest, might be the stupidest idea in the world, but we have like 3 or 4 of us. We'll take little pieces of the craziest, most ridiculous idea and say that could work, and this is how it's going to work. And I mean, we just dream. We're just dreamers and doers. I mean, it sounds cheesy, but that's what we're doing. Where there's a will, there's a way. So
yeah, that's a really good lesson actually for other people. Whatever the idea, you've got to come out with something at this time.
Well, I said at the beginning, those 2 key words that I think of when I think of Michael and what he does is creativity and agility. Not only do you have the ability to create ideas, but you put them into action quickly. And sometimes, I think sometimes we spend too much time thinking about what's going to go wrong rather than just doing it and find out as we go along.
So we can get hold of you. We can ring the Royal Park. We can we can order our food. I mean, this is good news. This is really good.
There was something else we wanted to mention about the pizza thing you're doing.
Well, we partnered with Salvation Army this year, just trying to give back. I mean, families need a lot more than they have in years past, from what I've been told. So we got the Pizza with a Purpose, where proceeds from the pizza kits we'll sell will go to the Salvation Army. We love them. We love our community. If we can help out one household with a couple dollars or some gifts or whatever it may be, so be it, right?
Yeah,
Perfect.
absolutely. That's what it's all about. Michael, as always, you've given us loads to think about, and I think Pizza with a Purpose sounds like a great idea for dinner tonight, don't you?
I think actually anything from the Royal Park is a great idea. Anything.
Fantastic. Michael, we've got to get on. We've got more guests in the wings waiting, but will you stick around for the magic at the end of the show?
Always.
Thank you very much,
Michael.
ladies and gentlemen. Michael Crank, thank you so much for being here. What a nice guy.
Love that bloke. What that guy. Now, for regular viewers, and there have been comments already from Chuck and a few others, you will have noticed slight change in Keith's facial hair.
Yes, what do you think? The lamb chops. That's the
yes. Chuck thinks you forgot to wash. Obviously, it's normally
to shave. I shaved the middle bit. I think it's going quite
It's normally about my hair, darling.
Yes, no.
What are these called?
These are lamb chops.
Don't you have them with mint jelly?
Well, I could smear mint jelly on them. It makes you happy. I'm not sure it works.
No, but it is all to encourage you to talk about health issues.
Yes, something which men aren't good at.
No, sadly not. And for those of you who still don't know about Movember, here's a clip.
Here's to the straggly ones, the first ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Sign up now at Movember.com.
So Movember is huge, and we know about it because of our good friend Johnny Owens, who is going to tell us all about it.
But let's have a picture of him. Well, not so long ago, actually. Not so long ago. Here he's on the left in your screen. In the middle, actually, is our son, our eldest son, Matthew. And this was his wedding. These are his two best men. Johnny on the left, Ben on the right.
And we should give a shout out to Benny Medhurst there, because he is currently doing a Movember fundraiser where, if I remember rightly, he's running 10 kilometers a day for 30 days.
How far are you running, babe?
I'm running to the post box and back, and that's about it.
Let's have a look at pictures of Johnny when he was younger. Now, the funniest thing about this is he's there with his buddies. In fact,
I think that may well be Benny Medhurst and Paul Medhurst, who used to be. He's nodding in the background there, because that was just up the road from where we used to live.
In Blackheath.
So we know people, you see.
We know
important people from the Movember campaign. And here to tell us all about it, please welcome Johnny Owens.
Yay! Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Johnny?
Really good. How are you?
Excellent.
Perfect. Johnny, where are you?
I am in the room that I've spent almost all of this year in, which is our spare room in flat in London. It's been a challenge, but surrounded by washing, all the stuff that you can't see on the other side of the camera. But it is what it is. We're all going through it.
Yeah, I like the fact that you've got it on the right side of the camera. That's or the wrong side of the camera, depending on which way you're looking.
Exactly.
You're actually not far away from where that picture was taken with you and the Medhurst boys.
No, I haven't moved that far from the nest yet. I keep going and then coming back like some sort of yo-yo. But I'm about a mile away, half a mile even maybe from where that photo was. Blackheath.
Blackheath.
Please don't tell me you still take your laundry home.
Sadly not, no.
We've known this boy since he was little.
Almost like a proper grown-up now, isn't he? It's
yes,
great.
absolutely.
Nearly.
Now, we normally play a game called Say Something British, but obviously
you
know that phrase,
you know the phrase, don't you?
Yeah. I do.
Don't say anything. I'll tell you what, because we're going to ask David about the phrase later on, so we'll come back to you later. You can give us an explanation of the term on the pull at the end of the show.
Yes, a clean explanation.
I thought you just wanted anecdotes about your son. Is that not how this goes?
No, we don't need to know that.
No.
We don't need to know.
Lovely Matthew. Where is he?
Movember. Tell us all about. I see you're growing as well. So tell us all about Movember.
It's contractual pretty much in my case, but this is my 9th moustache this year. So you're first, is it, Keith?
Hang on, just let me go back. This is your 9th moustache this year.
This year's moustache is my 9th moustache.
I wondered what you meant.
I was following that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did have one when I was about 25 or something like that. But I haven't.
So where was that picture? On this little montage of embarrassing photos.
I don't know. We'll have to ask. Matthew's got one of those pictures.
We don't want to look at it. We don't want to look at it. So come on, tell us about Movember. Tell us about Movember.
Okay, so Michael was just talking about how, he's trying lots of great and different ideas and trying to be innovative and everything else. Essentially, Movember was exactly that. 4 guys in a pub in Australia in 2003. It was one of their birthdays. They were talking about what they could do to have a bit of fun. They decided to grow moustaches for a month because the moustache was so out of fashion. They thought it'd be hilarious to bring it back. And fast forward to 2020, this has become the biggest fundraiser for men's health around the world. Over 5 million men have grown moustaches. We've raised over $1 billion Australian dollars, so that's about £50.
Did you say $1 billion or $1 million?
$1 billion Australian dollars now.
Billion,
so yeah, so
that is incredible.
So it's a lot of money, and we're funding over 1,250 programs, everything from biomedical research into prostate cancer and testicular cancer to really interesting what we call social innovation programs. So working with various communities on how we can get men to live happier, healthier, and longer lives through a lot of it through communication. And as you referenced at the start, Keith, just talking and being more aware of their health issues.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true, and something that definitely needs to happen.
Yeah. So what's the main focus of this year's campaign?
So we've put a big focus on mental health this year, and exactly that. How do we, in a tougher year than ever with the pandemic, how do we make sure that guys are checking in with their friends, talking about how they're feeling about their health, about their mental health as well as their physical health. So mental health is front and center. Our tagline for the campaign is the most important mow you'll ever grow. So mow is the sort of British Australian slang for moustache, just because I know that doesn't translate that well to the US, but yeah, so essentially it's really about keeping in touch, keeping communicating, and really talking about how you're feeling around your health.
Because I mean, and it is a worldwide organization. We saw you out in LA last year. You were working out there for them then, and
we happened to be working in LA at the same time.
Happy
it was kind
days.
of really nice that
brilliant.
we meet around the world.
Happy days. So you're keeping in contact with the guys, particularly our son, I'm hoping, because we haven't heard from him.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Do you know what? I actually went camping with him at the end of September, and it was so much fun. It was like a real sort of socially distanced opportunity to see each other face to face. We met halfway between where we live, and we had just the best weekend. It was really good.
Oh,
perfect. Because just another plug for Matthew. If you want to sponsor your father, Matt.
Yeah.
Movember.com, look for your dad.
Yeah, so
that's it.
How because I know when I first started doing this, I actually sort of shaved my head and my face, and I said, that's it, I'm not shaving again for 30 days. And then I get a little email from Johnny going, actually, there are rules about this, and I go, oh, I didn't read them.
So the most important thing is a moustache cannot join at the bottom here. So you've done the right thing. You've got rid of this. So this is all fine down here, but it just cannot join in the middle. So that's the number one rule.
Did we know this? I'm not sure.
Come on, if it joins at the bottom, it's a goatee or it's a beard.
Where are my girls out there? Donna, did you know this about men's health, about moustaches?
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let's see it.
Oh no. Oh
yes, there was a
moustache. Have I got a moustache in that one?
Yeah, you have. Dreadful.
I love those old photos of you, Keith. They're brilliant.
Yeah. Oh,
move on.
Hide it.
Move on. What else do we? Oh yes. Okay. So we're halfway through November. Johnny, is it to join?
You can still join. Obviously, it'd be a late starter if you were going to shave down completely and start growing a moustache now. But we have other ways you can participate. You can move for Movember. So there's a 60-kilometer or 60-mile challenge, which represents the fact that one man takes their own life every minute, which is a really terrible statistic. So we're trying to turn it into a sort of physical challenge positively. And you can host an event, which obviously is much more digital this year than usual. Usually we get people doing all sorts of crazy in-person stuff, but lots of Zoom quizzes and escape rooms and all that sort of stuff. So Movember.com, there's loads of information. Go and check it out, basically.
Yeah, and this is a very, very important area, which obviously Movember is doing great work for. So folks, if you are watching at home and want to get involved, want to donate, go to the Movember.com website and do what you can.
Do what you can.
That's all we ask.
Obviously search for Keith Fields on Movember.com.
Yes, donate to my little fundraising area, you see, because I'm trying to raise $1,000. That's what I'm going for.
Darling, time for magic. Johnny, are you ready for some magic?
I'm so ready for magic.
Okay, let's bring in Michael.
Let's bring Michael back.
Michael, come back.
We shall welcome
Brilliant.
back Michael. We're going to introduce our magician of the day, which I'm very excited
Yes.
about. David Parr has, or should I say had, the longest running magic show in Chicago. I think he ran for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Is that right? We heard so much about it. Unfortunately, we never got to see it, but he is with us today. So please welcome the fabulous David Parr.
Hi.
Hey, David, how you doing there?
I'm good.
Good.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to basically give you control of the screen, and we're going to throw you up large, and we're going to say, take it away, because you are the man.
Excellent. Fantastic. Hi, everyone. I'm David Parr, and today is my lucky day.
Wow.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is a magic number, a lucky number, a number surrounded by coincidence and filled with mystical significance. The ancient Greeks believed the universe was composed of 7 spheres. In the uppermost of these lived the Pleiades, the 7 sisters. In Sumeria, 7 gates guarded the entrance to the netherworld. To pass through each gate, one had to discard an article of clothing, like the dance of the 7 veils.
Ooh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days in a week, 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 notes in the diatonic scale. You can sail the 7 seas or visit 7th heaven, but if you break a mirror, 7 years bad luck. 7 gods of luck in Japanese folklore. Oh, and speaking of folklore, who could forget the 7 diminutive companions of Snow White? Everyone has a favorite dwarf. Actually, I have 2, Sneezy and Doc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 brides for 7 brothers. The 7th son of a 7th son is said to have the gift of prophecy. If this is true, then the greatest prophet of our age is Donny Osmond. Brings me to the 7 deadly sins. Everyone has a favorite deadly sin. Actually, I have 2. Gluttony and lust.
Why are we not surprised?
1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What?
I didn't get it.
Wonders of the ancient world, the greatest structures ever wrought by human hands. Of all the 7 wonders, only one remains. The Great Pyramid at Giza. The other 6 have mysteriously disappeared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is a magic number.
What? Absolutely crazy. David, you are amazing. You amaze me every time. That's
I have
perfect.
no understanding of what happened just then.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I loved it. If it was only the 7th of November today, that would have been perfect.
Well,
we should have had you on a couple of weeks ago.
But David, you're doing some virtual shows as well. People can come and see you virtually, can't they?
yes. Actually, I'm doing another one this Saturday. It's called the Sorcerer's Lair, and actually, I'm in the Sorcerer's Lair right now. This is where I spend most of my time thinking about magic. and dreaming up ways to make the impossible seem possible. So, yeah, this Saturday.
This Saturday, check it out on the old website.
Yes, you can go and find all about David on davidparr.com, which you can see racing across the bottom of your screens right now.
But guys, well, actually, we ought to do the old something in British.
We've got to ask David. No, David. David hasn't had a chance to guess yet. David, have you any idea what the British term on the pull means?
I mean, I can make a semi-educated guess.
Guess away.
Only because I've heard my friends who are Brits use the word pull as a synonym for what Americans would say is score. So if you're out for a night on the town and you score, they would say, I pulled. I'm just going to just say a guess would be that it's someone who has scored on a night on the town.
Well, we have to say that we have been doing this for 40 weeks, and this is the first time someone has taken a guess and got it right.
I was hoping Johnny was going to explain it.
I was looking forward to Johnny explaining it. Johnny, how would you have explained it?
I was thinking about how I could be really PC about it. It's just something around going for a night out, hoping to meet somebody, and succeeding in that would be
looking to score on a night on the town, not necessarily someone who has.
Oh, right. Yeah. You're in search of
searching for someone to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's it. Perfect. I love that.
But well done, Dave. That is seriously, though, no one has even got close to any of the words we've used, but you were about 99% of the way there. So that was absolutely
nothing. Fantastic. Michael, you were rubbish.
Yeah.
I have some British friends, so I hear the slang every once in a while, and I love language. I love wordplay, so that kind of stuff stays in my memory.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So on that note, do you have a really positive thought for us to leave the show on? Something positive, David. Something to think about over the next week.
Well, I've encountered quite a few magicians who have decided to sit out the pandemic and not do virtual shows or things like that. And my advice to them is, well, here are the options. If the options are between do something or do nothing, I think we should choose to do something. And I think that's a good rule in life. It's just when you're given the choice between do something or do nothing, do something.
Yeah.
Good,
absolutely.
Very good advice.
Absolutely.
Mr. Crank.
Come on, Mr. Crank. Something to think about.
All right. I'm going to quote the great song called Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. It goes, I get knocked down, I get up again. You ain't never going to keep me down. So for you out there, if you get knocked down, get your butt up, get up again. We can do this. Right?
Love it. Absolutely.
A final positive
or something.
A final positive thought from Mr. Owens.
Mine is about friendship. I think we've all had a pretty challenging year, and I personally have found that when I've had some low points, friends have really stepped up, and we haven't been able to see each other. We haven't been able to hug. We haven't been able to share those great moments. We all went through our 40th this year in a sense of lockdown. So just focusing on 2021, new hopes, new dreams, and rekindling those friendships and having those hugs.
Yes, absolutely. Johnny, that's so true. Of course, you're 40. Did you?
No, I forgot. I forgot. Hey, listen, I'm 62. When you get to 62, you can 40 is nothing,
Exactly.
You're a mere beginner.
Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been great. David, that was wonderful magic. I'm going to have to go watch and think about that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to go and check out your Fool Us clip from the website.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
The second appearance just aired last month.
Right, fantastic. So we'll check that out.
Yes.
From David Parr and from Johnny Owens and from Michael Crank, and from Lady Sarah
and Keith Fields.
All it means for us to do is say cheerio.